Well, Trump endorsed Republican candidate for Georgia governor, Brian Kemp, moving one step closer to the State House. He won his runoff election easily, defeating Casey Cagle, the lieutenant governor, by nearly 40 points. That's right, nearly 40 points. Kemp's embrace of the Trump agenda, clearly the right move for the party in the midterms. But guess what? Rhino Speaker, lame duck Speaker, and just plain Rhino Ryan says Republicans should embrace his agenda. Can you believe this guy?
Look, 2 years ago, we House Republicans ran on a platform called The Better Way. And then along with the newly elected President Trump, guess what we did? We did what we said we were going to do. We kept our promises, and we enacted a very promising agenda that is now occurring. We have 4% unemployment, more job openings than people looking for work in America today. Wages are up. The economy is soaring. These are good things and great results to run on.
Wow. You know, I thought that President Trump had something to do with that. And Speaker Ryan has cleared it right up for us, hasn't he? Later, the lame duck speaker who refuses to step aside for the good of his party saw fit to lecture congressional interns about, oh yes, something he knows absolutely nothing about, called leadership.
Did you come here to be something? Did you come here to build a brand? Or are you here to do your part? Are you here to make a real difference? If you're here to do good, to advance ideas, to do your part, to make a difference, we need you. We need doers. We don't need beers. We need leaders.
You can just see why he and President Obama got along so well. By the way, this from the same fella who in 2012 is Mitt Romney's running mate, couldn't even win his hometown of Janesville, Wisconsin. Not as a vice presidential candidate, not even as a candidate for Congress, for crying out loud. Unbelievable. And what has he ever done? He's passed 3 pieces of legislation, one of them naming a post office. Joining us now, the chair of the Republican National Committee, Ronna McDaniel. Ronna, good to see you. I apologize for criticizing the lame duck, incompetent speaker, Paul Ryan, as we begin here. But I have to tell you, what do you do with a situation where you've got a lame duck Speaker of the House urging the House of Representatives to run on, quote unquote, a better way, instead of linking to the agenda, the president's agenda, that is working for every candidate with whom he associates the Trump brand?
Well, you just highlighted the race last night in Georgia with Brian Kemp, who won overwhelmingly. He skyrocketed to a victory because of President Trump's support. And Brian Kemp embraced the Trump agenda. He recognized that voters want to see fair trade. They want to see lower taxes. They want to see deregulation. President Trump has put forth the America First agenda. That is the agenda that is being embraced. That's why he has an 88% approval rating among Republicans.
Right.
And that's why his endorsement is lifting these Republicans in their primaries, because Republicans know not only did the president run on these things, the president is getting it done.
Yeah, it's all extraordinary. I think that we could all agree. Maybe there are a few holdouts on the radical left of the radical Dems, but this president, unprecedented achievement, unprecedented success. He's not even in office 2 years, and whether it's economic policy, foreign policy, trade policy, as we witnessed today, I mean, this president is delivering day after day after day, while he is the target, the subject of a witch hunt, which nearly everyone who is watching closely what is happening with the special counsel, it's a disaster, and the president is working his way through it and stays of good cheer and high spirits and immense high energy. He truly is, I think, without question, a historic president.
He is. He's a difference maker. He came to Washington to be a change agent. He said, we can do things better. The bureaucracy is not working for the average American. It's time to get it done. And he has. If you put his resume in front of every Democrat in the Senate and the House without his name on it, and you listed off the accomplishments of this administration, our military being funded, our veterans being taken care of, the deregulation, the GDP up, jobs coming back, they would applaud that resume. But because it's Donald J. Trump, they have to turn their backs backs on all these accomplishments and pretend that it doesn't exist. And that's not going to be a winning strategy going into the midterms. The president has high approval rating among Republicans, but people across this country, their lives are better, and they know it's because of a bold leader in the White House.
Ronna, you know, I've just got to say, I want to compliment you and put in context some of what you're saying. Ronna McDaniel has been recommending to Republicans that they absolutely affix their candidacies to this president and his agenda from the very beginning. And it's good to see that that is a message that you are carrying around the country, in which the wise candidates are paying great attention to and following suit. I do want to ask you, if I may, about this shadow banning on Twitter. You, Matt Gaetz, among conservatives, not appearing on the drop down on Twitter. What are you going to do about that?
Yeah, so we sent a letter to Twitter over a month ago asking them to talk to us about the shadow banning and the issues that we're seeing with conservative voices being suppressed. And now Vice just came out with an article actually proving that with my name. When you look it up,
right,
my account doesn't come up. Jim Jordan, Mark Meadows, various other Republicans. The same is not true for Democrats. It's really outrageous. So why are they doing that? Listen, thought police in this country is not good. Thought police in our social media platforms is a bad thing for our country. You can have the right to disagree. You do not have the right to suppress voices and beliefs that do not always coincide with your own. And we're seeing it again and again with conservative voices. We're going to need our users to step up. We've asked Twitter to account for this. They never responded to our letter.
You got to be kidding.
I think it's never. Facebook did. Twitter did not. And I think it's going to take more pressure from people like you. We have to draw attention to this because it's going to continue into the midterms. And we do not want this to be the new norm, that if you're a conservative, you are going to be suppressed on these social media platforms that have a lot of influence on these elections.
Well, good for you for standing up, and we'll do whatever we can to raise our voice against it. Dempsey, the CEO, is a left-winger. And he's obviously using his influence within the company that he helped build to suppress a political party. I mean, it's insane.
Their best user is President Trump. A person who has made their platform stronger and better is President Trump. So why suppress conservative voices? It's alarming, and I think it's something that we need to look into. I'm very concerned about it, and I'm glad to see that Vice News put this report out. I had no idea to the level it was going.
Yeah. Ronna McDaniel, as always, good to have you with us. Thanks so much.